everybody, that may be my third Angry Orchard, but I'm feeling very happy. Hello everyone, my name is Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I like to write books even though I haven't touched my current manuscript in forever. I love to read books even though I am a little worried about the one I'm reading now, and I hope I don't DNF it. But other than that, hello. I also like Taylor Swift. I am a Swiftie. I love analyzing her songs. I love analyzing literally anything. If there is a poem, a song, a movie even, like the motifs or whatever, ooh, I eat that up. I eat it up. But you clicked on this video because it's going to be a weekend diary. I am very excited to start this vlog. I've done it before, but it didn't really do well. I mean, it's still up on my channel, but it's, you know, it's whatever. Well, actually, don't watch it because I think all the books I picked out in that video for my TBR, they were not good. Only one book was good enough to not DNF. Out of all the picks I had for February, only one was good to not DNF. Like, crazy, crazy. And so I don't know if you can tell by like the screen on my glasses or anyways, I have my laptop out. And so you're gonna be like, girl, are you gonna work on that current manuscript you just talked about because you said you love writing books? Didn't you say that just a second ago that you love writing books? Are you working on that current manuscript? No, I'm not. I am not, because in my last video I talked about writing fan fiction. Yes, I still do, okay? Leave me be, okay? Do what makes you happy. You are what you love. Taylor Swift. Daylight. Love her. Seriously, just because I am about to be I am a senior. I'm about to be graduating from college. And so right now, this is kind of like my little comfort thing. Because weirdly enough, I feel like my current manuscript is something like I seriously like need to pretend is like a job that I have to do, which is never fun. It's not good. I've been away from it for a bit and I want to get back into it this summer. I think I told myself I wanted to finish writing that last summer. I didn't because there were a lot of things I wanted to change about it, which is good, and things that actually made more sense towards the plot and the novel itself and the characters. So I'm going to try to do that this summer. So like I said, writing the fan fiction is kind of just like hyperfixation, but kind of like my comfort zone right now, especially since everything is going to be gearing up to, you know, I have to write so many essays on my laptop that I'm going to get sick of it. And, you know, I'm going to probably be stressed out, which, so where a few things come in handy. And you could be like, okay, but you said you like to read books. Isn't that relaxing? Yes. But also, sometimes I just need to turn off my brain and just stare at something like YouTube, a movie, a show, whatever. Sometimes I just seriously need to lay down and turn my brain off and have something not meaningless on, but something that I don't really have to put my brain to, you know? Speaking of which, my phone just alerted me. I'm also kind of stressed out about jobs. You know, I don't really have the best job for a college student, an almost, you know, graduating college student to have. I'm thinking of getting an MFA. Maybe I'll make a whole video on that later, but it's just when you're an English major, you definitely need more than just a bachelor's degree for some of the jobs you want. And I'm really understanding that now. I mean, did I understand it back then? Yes, but like the jobs that like I see on like Indeed, ZipRecruiter, shoot, anywhere else, I'm just like, really? Like, I can do all this without a master's. But that's life. That's life. And also the job market right now with the political state of the economy is a little... Anyways, how do I defeat all that fear, you ask? Fan fiction, reading, writing, making YouTube videos. And that would be a really cool career choice too if you guys could help me out on that, I'm just saying. Like, low-key, I'm thinking of starting a commentary channel too. Like, I love commentary. I need to find my headphones before I begin because I have a playlist for my two original I almost said OC characters. Hang on. I have a playlist for this fan fiction because I usually like to have a playlist for whatever I'm writing, and a lot of it mainly concerns like the at least two main characters, you know, one or two, you know, but of course every character is important to my story. And just because this is fan fiction, I was like, you know what, screw it. You know what, I'll take these characters and their attributes, probably put them in a story that's, you know, my own, that I can actually do. Not that this fan fiction is my own, but like, I'm gonna be real, I don't know how some authors can actually like take their fan fiction and turn it into something else. Like the love hypothesis. How did you get them out of the Star Wars world? How did you switch that around? I can't do that. I really can't. That's a rant that I'm not going to go into just because I'm just confused. And I need an answer now, and I'm not going to get an answer now. But I'm going to go find my headphones. Hopefully they're over there in my book bag. And I will get back to you guys. Found them. Actually, I will say, I'm really putting myself out here right now. So this is not the first fanfic I've ever written, obviously. But look at me. I look like I've written a bunch, haven't I? Right? This is so funny. Here's some lore about me, okay? And I just got the nerve to tell people about this like last year. I was once very popular on Wattpad because I wrote Marvel fanfiction, specifically Daughter of Bruce Banner fanfiction. And psychology majors are just people who understand. Just take what you will with this, but I named the main character of that fanfic after myself. You know, like, I mean, I was in 6th grade, okay, and I had just discovered, like, Marvel and hyperfixations and, like, how I'm able to, like, you know, actually do something about, like, my love for the fandom, you know, and that's when I stumbled upon Wattpad, I stumbled upon Tumblr, not my favorite place, but, you know, and I was like, whoa, wait, people are writing about their characters and I like writing. Like this was years after I found out that, oh, I love writing. And so being an awkward middle school girl, I wrote fanfic. I wrote Marvel fanfiction. And I was going to do this whole series about young Avengers or whatever, like the kids of each Avenger. And like I wanted to rework it now, but honestly I was just like, nah. I feel like I got put that part behind me. So I deactivated my account because I tried to put the account that I'm gonna list here as Carrie Writes Books, but I did that for the account where all my fanfics were. And it was a million other weird names that a middle schooler would give their fanfic account or any social media account. I went through a lot of nicknames or usernames, but yeah, and so I was just like, well, shit, like, Wattpad was acting up online and in the app. I can't even get my app on my phone to work to show that, no, Carrie Writes Fanfic is a real person. I just changed the username of one of my accounts. Yeah. I actually had 3 accounts. All fanfic. Some originals, though. Some. Very few. But anyways, I saw Captain America Brave New World in February, and since then, I've basically written fanfic. What kind of fanfic, you may ask? It is once again a Bruce daughter fanfic. Except, I've changed it. I've put in some elements that I like the setting is in South Carolina. I love South Carolina. And Betty Ross, if you know anything about the Marvel Universe, she is my character's mother. I want to do something that Marvel never did with Bruce Banner, which was actually like look into his past, look into his emotions, like how he regulates his emotions, especially from his past. And if you have read the comics, he had some abuse in his childhood, and I just always hated how he was treated how he is treated in the Marvel Universe. Truth be told, I really don't like Smart Hulk. I don't. Maybe I'm still stuck in 2012. I don't know. I don't really like it. But I am probably like the biggest Bruce Banner fan because I used to watch was it 70s? Yeah, I used to watch like the 1970s show with Lou Ferrigno and oh my god, wait, what's his name? Yeah, I remember Jack McGee. Yep. He was the guy who was like going across the country trying to find Bruce Banner and Hulk. I knew his name was an alliteration just like Bruce Banner. So I watched the 1977 sci-fi series The Incredible Hulk starring Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. This series was the first time an episode ever made me cry. Avengers came out when I was like, what, 3rd, 4th grade? I was so obsessed with Hulk. I don't know why. It was so weird because I found this connection with a character, with a piece of media, and I didn't know how to express it. I think I attribute myself and connect myself with Bruce Banner the most just because of like mental issues, and I don't have anger issues, but just the fact that like something inside of you is wrong and it's a part of you and you kind of give into it, you kind of build off it. I think that's what got me to love Bruce Banner. Like the fact that someone out there was struggling too, because like I just always kind of felt that way as a kid, being like different than everyone, and like I fell in with like some cliches, but like I followed other people, but still inside I was like, this isn't right, and I don't feel real. I don't feel like my true self because something inside of me is like, it's like eating at me and I'm feeding into it by doing all these stupid things. And you were like, girl, you said you were in middle school when you found this? Like, yes. I was so anxious as a kid. And I like seeing like it portrayed like this in the form of a monster. I mean, oh my god, like someone who turns into a monster. I was like, wow, like I feel for this guy, but weirdly like I love him because I kind of understand that. And of course, as I've gotten older, I just have found more of a love for Bruce Banner because of that, especially now that I'm older and stepping into life, I'm growing up. It's, yeah, I could probably go into a whole thing about this, but I won't. Hey, so it's been a sec. It is just a little after 6 right now on Saturday, April 26th. And I went to the gym. I washed my hair, as you can see. Is it normal to shed a lot when you don't wash your hair for a week? A lot of sources say that yes, it is. And I need to get back into washing my hair 2 times a week because I used to do that all the time. And I felt pretty okay with how much I shed between then. I need to bring my wave pattern out more. I do have wavy hair. I do. Okay, not curly. Not curly. Because I realized gel, it's just too heavy for my hair. I have fine hair. Okay, I have long, fine hair. And gel just makes it look terrible. I also had to pull a really big tangle out of the back of my head. I had put so much conditioner in because I knew that like a lot of my tangles were like the back of my head. I'm not gonna rant about that, okay? Because I have some other matters to do, such as replacing my drink. Disclaimer, I don't drink this often. However, my boyfriend told me that Angry Orchard had like this huge pack, and I didn't realize they were flavors. Like there was rosé, which he said was terrible because he's on a weekend trip right now, so he obviously brought some drinks with him. He said a couple other flavors were pretty good. There was a cranberry one, but when I went to the store, I was just like, ooh, yeah, no. And then I saw the 12 bottle pack and I was like, oh yeah. So it's just, you know, treat myself, you know. I am 22. I'm going to be 23 in June. So I realize I have some exciting news to tell you about. Here is a little hint. For those who don't know and for those who need a reminder, I now have memberships and supers. And for memberships, I am able to upload a little picture so that when you comment, or actually I don't really know how it works, I just kind of know the comment works. I know there are GIFs, but I don't feel like animating anything right now. But GIFs and stickers that I have made myself are going to be uploaded for members to use when you sign up. I gotta see if supers work the exact same way. If not, then okay. But if there is, I would love to upload them there too, you know? So just wanted to put that out there because I am a college student about to step into the real world, and I am not at a publishing company like freshman me thought I would be. Yeah, anyways, please check those out. I will have the designs right here, somewhere in front of me or around me or in front of my face, who knows. But one of them is a Diet Coke can with my YouTube name on it. You know, but instead of the whole thing, it's KWB, so Carrie Writes Books, you know. I kind of thought that was clever. Next is a strawberry because my nickname is Carrie Strawberry. I get called Berry by my mom and a lot of my family members. The last one I just kind of thought was funny because I think I've mentioned I live in Ohio. You've probably seen some of my shirts because that's where my college is. No offense to anyone who goes to the Ohio State University, but I do not like the Ohio State University, mainly for sports. I do know a lot of nice people who have gone to Ohio State. Why are y'all the ones to always succeed? But I just thought it'd be kind of funny to have a little sticker as a joke for the, you know, a lot of people say OHIO. And if you're not an Ohio State fan, the cheer you have or know is OH. Oh no. So I just thought that was funny, and these were really fun to draw, so I'm really excited to have everyone, you know, join my membership and use them and see them in my comments. Yeah, I'm really excited. So if you check that out, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're not only helping my channel out, but you are helping me out. As fun as this channel has been, I think it'd be really cool to like kind of turn it into like a job, or just, I mean, okay, I don't like influencers, but like my book influencers, I don't know, I just want to be part of the book community, and I want to make connections, I want to make friends, and just kind of want this to be a really fun adventure. When you buy a membership, you will see that maybe, depending on which one you buy, you may get a shout out. You may get added to my close friends story on Instagram. I have not read at all today. I'm actually kind of getting back into like this murder podcast that I first started listening to when I found them on TikTok, like when I first got on TikTok all those years ago. And I will say, like, this murder podcast, like, they are, and okay, let me say this. You will find a short on my channel detailing that I think it's in poor taste when the podcasters kind of like leave the story on a cliffhanger with like graphic details or something just kind of that makes you think like, well, what happens next? Like, is the survivor okay? Or is the victim's body ever going to be found? And then the podcasters like add an ad. It's like, all right, so we are sponsored by, and it's like, and so that kind of made me stop listening to this podcast because they do that. But I'm going to be honest, there are just times where I don't like listening to music, and I need to expand my horizon on all types of podcasts. I think I've shown on this channel that I listen to Distractable, which is Markiplier, Lord Minion, and Myskirm. It is Mark, Wade, and Bob, my favorite trio of everyone from Ohio who has gotten popular, so hi. But anyways, so I've just been listening to podcasts a lot. I'm getting a little tired of just music always playing. Like, I kind of need something I can focus on, but also just really, like, not zone out, but, you know, just a different form of media to listen to. I physically do not want to finish this. Like, I need to. I did not read a section of chapters that I was supposed to over my Easter break, although Easter break was short. I can't do it. I can't do it. Y'all, I'm so ready to graduate. I'm so ready just to be in the sun, have some fun, read my books, make videos like this, and I have a plan to, like, do a series on visiting libraries, like, all around me and my area, and I'm sorry, but I don't want to read Dracula. I don't. I did watch Nosferatu and The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which was really good. Very, very good. It's just for class. And I haven't really picked up on my best friend's Exorcism, but I'm actually going to because I downloaded Fable. So if you want to follow me there, I will post a link in my description. I posted about, you know, hey, what did everyone think about my best friend's Exorcism? Should I continue it? And I got a few comments back just saying, like, yeah, like, do it. Oh, it picks up. It starts slow, but it picks up. And I've just been commenting on other people's posts about books that are on my TBR, and it's just so fun. Like, people actually, like, want to talk about books there. It's better than Goodreads. Actually, I shouldn't be surprised at that. It is way better than Goodreads. But yeah, I'm not even gonna film myself reading Dracula. I'm just gonna, I think, film updates or, you know, about whatever happens. And this is gonna sound terrible, but, like, for some things, I just need noise in the background, but I don't feel like listening to music. Usually I will listen to music when I read. Sometimes I need something else, so I'm gonna put a YouTube video on at low volume, probably Queso's, just because his videos are so long. So yeah, I will update you all where I'm at with Dracula, or if I get bored of this and start reading my best friend's Exorcism. I know in another video I had said, like, this is actually really good, and, like, the first part it was just me. It's all me. I'm tired. I think the senioritis is, like, kicking in, but, like, in a physical state. Like, mentally, I'm like, we have to do this. So I'm gonna open up my new drink, and I am going to read Dracula. See you then. Y'all. No, did I finish Dracula? No. However, starting back up on my best friend's Exorcism has been the highlight of the night. I've read for hours. I'm not done with it. I have, as you can see, like, this much left, which isn't bad. It's not bad. I have at least, like, a couple hundred more pages to go, but I started at page 56 and read until page 210. So from where I last left off, from what I read today, is this much. And I'm really proud of myself for that. And if you find yourself in a little reading slump too, I think you should take that as a win. I think you should take how much you read from the last time, you know, that you touched your book. I think you should take that as a win. I'm really liking it so far. I feel like there are some parts that are a little too fast paced, but I feel like that's how the story's set up, you know? Also, I could talk so much into this, but I am tired. It is almost like midnight. The way that this combines, like, religion and, like, southern. So the book takes place in literally my favorite place ever. My family used to have a beach house down here, but the book takes place in Charleston, South Carolina. I literally have the flag hanging on my wall over here, and literally I just am smiling so big because I recognize, you know, some of the places like Mount Pleasant, of course Charleston, North Charleston, but there are some things in here that are just a little crazy, because you have to remember that this book is set in 1980s, I think specifically 1988. So there were some things where I was like, wow. Grady Hendrix, who is from Charleston, like, he obviously knows, like, in his writing he's saying, like, oh, but in 5 years, like, this racist thing is gonna be gone. What if I told y'all, and I'm gonna let you sit with this, what if I told you the characters' high school had Spirit Week, and one of the days was called Slave Day. I'm gonna let you sit with that. Obviously, having written this in the modern century, at least, you know, today's modern society, the book acknowledges, like, yeah, hey, we're gonna list some crazy stuff in here that would have been true in 1988, but is no longer true today. Those kind of topics, like, especially, like, the religion aspect of the South, which is still kind of seen prominent as today, is very impactful for this book. And like, I'm not even from the South, and like, I'm literally like, oh, I know people like this. I know people like this. Okay, I'm not gonna go into a rant because it's late and I'm tired, but I really hope I finish this book tomorrow because that would be really, really cool. And then I can pick out my May TBR, which would be awesome. Because I know there's a lot of thriller, mystery, and maybe horror books on my card. Maybe not so much horror. Actually, I did hop over to my Barnes and Nobles and I did get one book. Just one book, okay? Because I want to read a Stephen King book. Actually, like Stephen King, like horror and suspense and thriller, you know? I read The Colorado Kid, and I think that was a good book to start off, just to show King's like writing, like how his mind works to form a story. But that book, its whole premise is like, yeah, things happen and they never get solved. Like, cases go cold and there are unexplainable things in the world, and of course those are real life things, but you know, we do take that, and when it's written in fiction, it's just kind of like a reminder that, you know, there is truth in reality when it is written in fiction, if that makes any sense. Like I said, I'm really hoping to finish this tomorrow. I'm super excited. There was a twist in here that I kind of wished Grady Hendrix kind of wrote longer about. Like, I wish the paragraph for it was longer. And there's something about a milkshake I'm not understanding fully. Like, I'm getting like the idea, but I don't know how it's exactly working in favor of another character who's possessed. It's a whole ordeal. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep and I will see you all tomorrow in the morning on Sunday. Hi everyone! So I'm getting ready for some graduation pictures. Nothing too fancy, but don't you just love how dark my lipstick is? Don't you just love all these little bumps in my curls? I think I ate. I'm kidding. I'm gonna lighten up the lip gloss. I just thought I'd keep it on before my mom gets here, and I did my hair early. It's my mom and my little brother who's running late, and you're like, girl, why is your little brother coming to your grad pics? Hold on a minute. Should I have shaken my curls out before I did the mascara and the lipstick? Yes. Am I stupid? Yes. Also, you're on the phone, by the way. I was not going to turn on my camera for this whole thing. And I feel better talking to my phone. I don't know why. Probably because I know that I have more than 20 minutes to talk. If y'all help me out by getting me a new camera, I could rant for hours. I'm gonna kind of keep the lip gloss on, being like, you know, how dark it is. Excuse me, you know, just keep the curls like this so then I can shake it out and hopefully, like, you know, they'll stay. And this is not the shirt I'm wearing. I don't think this is the skirt I'm gonna wear. Now I wish I had the camera on. It's cute. It's cute. It's a little skirt. Isn't this cute? I need like cropped shirts for this, but that hit like right here, you know? I have this flared, I guess it's called pleated skirt that my mom's bringing that I own. I just left back at the house because I have too many clothes here at school with me. So moving out's gonna be a hard time. Maybe you are or you're not, and you're like, girl, why is your little brother coming to your senior grad pics? It's not only my graduation pictures or my senior photos, it's also his senior photos. My mom was very smart when she had kids. I'm one of 4 siblings. I am the second oldest. So we're all 2 years apart. Okay, no, that's a lie. Well, okay, so my older brother, me, and my younger sister, we're all 2 years apart, except for my younger brother, who's just 3 years younger than my little sister. Anyways, he's a senior, and so every grad party that one of us has had, we've always shared. with a sibling, because if someone was graduating high school, someone was graduating 8th grade, if someone's graduating college, someone's graduating high school. You know, I know some people who are like, no, I would never share my grad party with my sibling. No, it's fun. It saves my parents money. And that's really what I care about a lot. That and the fact that, ironically, my siblings, like we all have like someone, like another sibling who is like more alike than the other. Like we're all best friends, but how my younger brother and I act is different than how my younger sister and my older brother act. So it's just kind of like the pair that's like the most similar always have grad parties with each other. So it's kind of funny. Just super excited. Thought I'd just give an update because I haven't really been filming, but I have been reading. Hang on. This book, I'm like confused as to how like this all is working with the whole possession, because like if you've read, then you know what I'm probably getting at. Like, this is kind of crazy. I do not know how this is going to end right now. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. It's good. I just don't know what to think of it. I don't know what's going to happen, which I think is a very good thing when I read a book, because like honestly, I'm so oblivious to some things like when reading, and I'm pretty gullible and pretty persuasive. At least like, you know, when reading. Sometimes in real life, sometimes not. I go back and forth, especially when reading, about like who to trust, what to believe, what to think is a lie. Like, y'all got me good. Ooh, wait. Thumbnail? No, I have to shake my hair out. I'll figure this out later. I gotta go. See ya. Ooh. Okay, y'all, ignore how beat up I look, but I finished my best friend's exorcism. The book. That really kind of broke my heart at the end there. If you know, you know. Oh. But anyways, I am so excited. I'm so excited because now I get to choose 3 more books for my May TBR. Okay, I know this is going in the weekend diaries. It may be Monday, but I mean, it's okay. I really don't care. I meant to record yesterday, but I was tired. It's a lot for a graduating senior. Ooh, this looks so bad, this lighting. Okay, let me try that again. It's a lot for a graduating senior. I'm wrapping things up. Look, this. I'm literally in my last week of classes. Like, this is crazy. And I also may be waiting to hear for a call back on a job. Oh, please. But anyways, let's reach in. Okay, the first book is, ooh, this one's being made into a movie. It's Children of Blood and Bone, and I follow the author on my Bookstagram, and I love watching the process. I watched the reel when she dropped the cast. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so Children of Blood and Bone. Okay, my next one. Oh, yes! I heard that one was so good. I will be reading Hidden Pictures next. I just need to get back into my murder mystery supernatural thing, and I'm feeling it. I'm gonna show you guys the last book. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in the camera. I can't look straight at the camera here. It better be a good one. Please let me know in the comments below if it's a good one. It's probably upside down. Oh, okay. See you. Yeah, wow. Okay, what a pick. That was See You Yesterday. That is a book about think like the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. It's like that, and it's set in college. Well, I know it's a romance book, but super excited because I'm not a romance reader. I need something different and funky to happen in a romance. I'm more of a romance as a side plot person when it comes to books. I think with how the premise is set up for See You Yesterday, I think I will end up liking it. I hope. I don't want to knock on wood. Okay, so didn't finish this on Sunday, but I've been busy. But anyways, I want to thank you guys all for watching. If you liked this video and you like these weekend diaries, please consider liking this video just so I know in the future to do more. Comment down below if you've read any of these books, the books I have read and the books that I will be reading. Please no spoilers. Let me know if you like them or if you have an opinion on them, anything. Bye!